Hello and welcome to our Tuesday Tips Live, which this time is coming from our other studio. I've been at the HQ studio recently, but we're in the other studio doing some very exciting final recording for something I'm going to tell you about at the end. And that's what that URL on the screen is there for right now. So if you're interested, have a look. If not, I'm going to get rid of that. And we'll show you it again at the end. I'll explain what it's all about.
Hello and welcome to our Tuesday Tips Live, which this time is coming
No
from
idea what
our
that.
other studio. I've been at the HQ studio recently.
I love it. I love it. That is me in the background. Shut up, Phil. First time I've told myself to shut up before. Right, okay, let's get back to it. So, yeah, today's Tuesday Tips Live, we're talking all about an idea which I've brought back from the NAMM show in LA with me, which is to debunk this idea that there are musicians, and we're musicians, by the way, us DJs, especially because we're DJ producers, but even if you're not, we're musicians. There are musicians and there are non-musicians. And if you're a non-musician, you're never going to be a musician. This is a really debilitating and a disabling belief pattern. And I spoke to a few people in the NAMM show who really inspired me. We've always believed this at Digital DJ Tips. We believed if you love music, you have a right to share it with other people, which means you've got a right to be a DJ. So it's part of our DNA, but it was lovely to hear it coming from other people at NAMM. For instance, I met someone who is a producer who's put all his life savings into an app, which is a bit like Facebook with a Facebook feed, but for little snippets of music. And his idea is you don't need to write a novel to tweet and to get a Twitter following, so why should you need to write an album to get a musical following? Just make little bits of music, put them up, share, like, and it was a lovely little app that he's working on. I spoke to the CEO of Melodics, the finger drumming and keys learning app that gets you doing this stuff and getting better at it. And he said his company's mission is to debunk this idea that there's musicians and non-musicians, and if you're not God-given talented, then you can't be a musician. He wants everyone to be doing this stuff and everyone to be just whipping out their iPads and getting used to a bit of cool finger drumming and controllerism and playing keyboards as well, the whole lot. And this applies really massively to DJing. We talk to thousands and thousands of DJs and they tell us things like, I'm trying to be a DJ, but I just don't feel like it's for me. I think people are going to laugh at me. I'm scared that I'm going to make a fool of myself. I love music, but I just don't think this is going to be, I'm not good enough. I'm not like the rest of them. And this is the wrong way to think. Look, most people who want to be a DJ think that DJs live in New York or London or insert Berlin or insert big city here. They're fashionable, they're popular, they're good looking, they know the right people, they're effortlessly successful, and they're kind of born with talent. I'm here to tell you that that's bullshit. DJs are geeks with tunes. That's it. They tend to be insecure, tend to be pretty poor, certainly at the beginning. No one likes them because they're weird, they're clueless, they have no idea how to have a career in this. But they're passionate and they work hard and they get there in the end. And when they get there, people think they were always like that image when they're at the beginning looking up at these DJs. And they've worked and worked and worked to get there. And they are some of the nicest people in the world, DJ producers, because they still remember what it feels like to be down there at the bottom and to be insecure and not be sure how to do this. So my message is there is no such thing as musicians and non-musicians. There is no such thing as God-given talent in this. Yes, you've got to love music. Yes, you've got to want to do this. But that is enough. That is all you need. And there was a kid came up to me in the NAMM show and said, Phil, it's so good to meet you because I come from Reykjavik. And in Reykjavik, there was no one to teach me how to DJ. I feel like you're my tutor because there was no one there to help me. I didn't even know if I could do it. I didn't know how to get started. I just want to say thanks because, it's 7 years later now. And I'm here. I've made it. I'm here. I'm at the big show. This is what we're trying to do at Digital DJ Tips. We're not trying to appeal to the people, the hipsters who've already got the network they need and have already kind of had the leg up and are in a big city doing all right. Good luck to you guys. We love you. We're trying to help the people who haven't got that head start. The suburban kid with the record collection that no one understands, etc., etc. And our message is that everyone can do this. Right, okay, it got me inspired that. So lecture over. I want to say a few hellos and then I've got a big piece of news for you right at the very end. So hello to Ethan and Adrian and Ben and Jonas and Delsang, Lakito and Scott and Vincent, Hassan. Hello to all you people. Look, I want to get to this news because we're going to keep these to 5 minutes, which gives us 15 seconds left. So the news I wanted to share with you is very simple, and guess what? It's based around that URL there that I showed you. So what I wanted to tell you was if you go to djtips.co/tune, you can access our free production training, which has been running all this week. It's going to run for just a few days longer. This will get you from zero to producing your first tune. Yes, you in your suburban town where no one understands your music. Yes, you, if you think you can't do this. It'll get you from zero to your first tune finished in 7 days, and we're guaranteeing it. It's an awesome bit of free training. Why is it going away then, Phil? I hear you ask. The reason it's going away is that it is the precursor to our full dance music formula course launch, which is our biannual big dance music course that teaches you to make productions that you can then sell on Beatport and so on. It teaches you to get to the professional tune level in a little bit longer than 7 days, but hey, it does the job really well. That's launching in just 48 hours time. So at that point, shortly after then, we're going to have to take the free training away. So if you haven't got on board this free training yet, do it now. Listen, I really want to know what you think underneath about this idea that there's no such thing as musicians and non-musicians. There is just music out there, and we all have a right to express ourselves through it and learn the basic skills to make music or play music, produce music. Let us know what you think. And a few more hellos. Hello to Sasha and to Neil and to Wilfredo and to Beto and DJ Tuti Vasquez. Hello to Larry and everyone else who's given me a thumbs up for this idea that we've got to democratize this whole thing. It's not just for the few, it's for everyone. We should all be making music. We should all be DJing. We should all be enjoying this wonderful gift of music that God has given us. And on that note, I'm out of here. Thank you. See you again next week for your next Tuesday Tips Live.